Our last special award, Lifetime Achievement Award, goes to Dr. Eric Frost. Dr. Eric Frost is co-director of the San Diego State University Graduate Program in Homeland Security, as well as the director of the Visualization Center and the Center for Information Technology and Infrastructure. He works with geospatial imaging and data fusion as a means to support humanitarian assistance, disaster relief globally, especially in joint projects with the U.S. Navy and other federal agencies, such as in Central Asia, Indonesia, Mexico, Afghanistan, and Africa. His years with the geology program at SDSU continued to link him to natural disasters globally, as well as alternative energy, resilience networks, sustainability, global imaging, fiber optics, and cloud computing. In addition to Eric's efforts within each of these areas, he quietly works behind the scenes, assisting agencies with guerrilla cyber warfare. We would be much further behind in the war if not for his efforts and research capabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Dr. Eric Frost.
Thank you very much, more than words can ever express. I'm just a teacher in a simple way and most of what I do is I am connected in relationships to people around the world. So it was actually funny to listen to those different countries, and in those countries that were read are this whole array of people that are connected to San Diego, where San Diego is really leading the world in a lot of different kinds of ways. And really that's the sense of those relationships. The e-city is profoundly that of the beginning of a relationship that's like the State Department now has a program that's called e-diplomacy. So as you now reach out to the world with what's being done, this group of people is very much reaching out as San Diego, sharing the blessing of where we live and the blessings and the extraordinary experience and expertise that you guys have. It deeply touches me in a way that I really would thank you very, very much. One thing that when Gary was just saying SpongeBob, I realized that he probably has grandkids. Because I haven't thought of the word SpongeBob for a really long time. So maybe in a bit the different way, a bit of the way that we're now thinking. I'm one of the people that follows Lady Gaga a lot. And you might go, this is stupid. Well, yeah, but next week is probably when Lady Gaga will be the very first person that will have 1 billion views on YouTube. There's only one time they're first, and then for those of you that have kids, Justin Bieber will probably get there the week of November 1st. And because he's ahead right now, but she is screaming forward. And you can go, she's get 3.7 million hits a day. And you go, so so you can see I don't live in the SpongeBob world, but the world is so profoundly different of social networking, what's taking place, and Lady Gaga is also the Twitter queen. So she has 5.4 million Twitter followers, or called her little monsters. She will actually be at San Diego State in 4 months. So if you pass by the sign in front of the school, Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga. $432 for a ticket right now. We are seeing students buying the tickets because they realize they're going to be able to make their tuition by scalping the tickets. And all of that is because an electronic view of how you reach out around the world, and then you look at what is the Homeland, so I'm involved in it because of the Homeland Security world, and the capability of what she can do, and what she can do way more than President Obama can do, or anybody else. The people he twitters can go perhaps do more things. But in the context of what our world is like, San Diego is a place where we are able to share things and the expertise, and I deeply appreciate the honor of this, and would hope that we as a group can go out and touch the world in ways that perhaps more than the person with 1 billion views, that we may be able to impact our world. And very much like President Weber often says, San Diego State is an engaged university, and that means engaged in this community, engaged in our global community, and that's one of the things that I deeply appreciate the engagement of. I see some of my students here, even back to Chris Vera, one of my students from 27 years ago, that he made the jump out of geology like I have to something that he's made a profound contribution. And much like looking at Chris and James and Valerie and others that are here, the greatest compliment to a teacher is to have their students surpass them. And I'm greatly complimented by seeing what you guys are doing. So thank you, because in many ways I'm connected to many of you by the relationships that are there, and I'm deeply honored to see what you guys are doing. So thank you very much.